Next up, a wet 2019 could also be bad news for cattle producers needing hay to feed their animals. The extra rain has resulted in standing water, which damages forage stands and delays cutting, giving the hay fewer nutrients. So if you're dealing with quality issues, quantity issues, or both, it's time to begin thinking about a plan. Nebraska Extension beef educator Berger says if you think your supply may be short, find a way to reduce the demand.
And that could be something as simple as thinking about early weaning calves, moving calves off the ranch, early pregnancy testing cows, identifying those cows that are not pregnant, moving them early to reduce the forage demand as we move into the fall and winter here. Then the other option is if you're going to try to keep stocking rate or cow numbers the same, it's figuring out how do I either move the cattle to the feed or bring the feed to the cattle. Those are really the two options. And so in terms of bringing the cattle to the feed, there is some prevent plant acres now that could be available to utilize for grazing or hay. Another thing is just to figure out what can I do to complement maybe what forage I have. And so looking at some limit feeding options. We've done quite a bit of research at the University of Nebraska looking at limit feeding cows. And so if I'm short on forage, energy dense diet that utilizes maybe grain or something like ethanol co-products combined with some low quality hay, we can limit feed those cows in terms of we're meeting their nutrient requirements, but maybe not feeding them all they'd want to eat. And we can use that as a tool to stretch resources as well.
And the costs of buying more feed to supplement the hay can add up quickly. This is where proper budgeting comes in handy.
If you're early weaning calves, obviously, maybe you backgrounded those calves in the past, sold them after the first of the year. I need to visit with your tax accountant, see what you can do from a management perspective there in terms of not having two calf crops sold in the same year. There are just some different things to think through and try to put together some budgets and look at how will this different options impact the overall profitability of the operation and what's my best option or best couple options based on the scenario that's presented.
Aaron says testing your hay will be more important this year in order to make sure your cattle's nutrition needs are being met. He also advises to pay close attention to the animal's body condition score.